Well, you know, I guess what they have in their favor is years of doing it, and we're just now getting into it. But for a while there, I was involved with that era of the they used to call them black exploitation. I did the Dolemite movies.
Right.
Did you ever hear about Dolemite movies?
More.
Right. Well, this was filmed, and it was a commercial basis. You know, we're looking at, doing products that the community, people want to see in the community, whatever. I'm just wondering, what is it that we have to do to develop the awareness of the production ideas that producers like you are trying to get over, so that we could play videos without having the repercussion of the people, factions in the community, people in the community.
I think we should put our foot down, because a lot of us blacks don't know how much power we have. You know, and we should use that power and not let others intimidate us.
Well, I think by you coming out and expressing this to people and being a spokesman to this, I think we should have more of it, because then the people can know where you're coming from. In other words, you are a commercial businessman, and you're looking to make dollars from your artistic value in records and videos and upcoming motion pictures, and is all part of dollars, like Spike Lee is out there making money, but you're doing it in this form. You know, it's a money-making thing. But sometimes people out there confuse the money-making side with people that are just revolutionaries with a message.
Right.
And I think most of the hardcore videos come across that way, like they're revolutionaries instead of entertainers.
Right.
Okay? What do you say on that? Is that right or wrong?
Oh.
You come on now, say something. Now, are we revolutionaries?
Yeah, we are.
Or entertainers?
I think we are all of them. Everything.
Everything. You're revolutionaries and up to make some money off of it. You're not just recording videos or records, just for the non-commercial value of it.
Right. That's right.
Okay. What do you have as a message out there to the youngsters that's watching this show right now?
Let me see.
We're going through a lot of changes out there, and we see like the Rodney King situation that in the community. We see L.A. burning down. We see all the time the murders and the shootings, the dope situations in the community. Now, where is there any hope for our kids now? I mean, in the future, what do we have for? From your standpoint.
Well, the murders and all the drive-by shootings and the drug dealings and all that, it's like us blacks don't have the boats to bring drugs here, and don't have, the power to get everything over here. I figure, see, this is one thing how they can stop everything, is by legalizing everything. And if it's legal and you could get it and don't have to really pay nothing for it or try to get it, that'll stop a lot of that. Killings and murders and everything else.
Well, actually, there's been a lot of advocates to that statement that believe in what you're saying, and I think that, but if you stop that, just like there's a lot of people who are getting paid that wouldn't get paid on a higher level. Unfortunately, on our level, until we can develop an economic base where we can start making something and having other areas of people working, just like coming up and being an entertainer. That's one area. You have a lot of kids looking out either to come out in the world of the white-collar workers, or be an entertainer, sports, or whatever. That's the only way to get out of the ghetto, they figure, But far as the drug dealing, I guess, I look at it as, there's families got to be fed and whatever. I'm not advocating it, but it's a reality. If you take away the jobs, or how the person's going to feed their family and whatever. So you got to look at all those different directions. I look at it in a fashion that we have to really start thinking more, and I'm looking at a message even from us in the standpoint of saying, let's develop other areas of people able to make money you know, so that they won't be dealing in those areas. Is that right?
That's right.
I don't want to take it to a bit. I'm doing all the talking now. You're sitting back there. I know you. But for you, as an example, how did you get into this music industry? I mean, what prompted you getting into it?
Well, let me see.
Because most people thought you was a street person out there, you know, fighting the battles in the streets, you know, with the gangs and whatever.
Same thing that we just was talking about.
And something came in your life, said, well, okay, we're going to do a different twist to it now.
So I decided to do something else because most of my friends are either dead or in jail. So I didn't either want to end up like them. So I figured I would do something that's legal. And this record business to me was something legal.
So in this area, you got into the music business. Did was it anyone special that launched your career, record label? Someone saw your talents or what?
No, not really. Basically, I did a lot of it on my own. Like sold records out of my car and everything. And then I ended up getting deals and going other places, getting other deals, and then it just took off.
You have to be a lawyer for your lawyer and doctor for your doctor. You have to do all of that yourself, and you have to know how to wheel and deal in this day and age, you know, or else you get the short end of the stick. Is that right? Okay, now, what about your group? Look like everybody from your group, NWA, has now become single artists themselves and pretty big. Are you still friends with your group?
Yeah, a couple of them. Ice Cube, MC Ren, and Yella.
Okay, what about the other one?
Who? What are you talking about?
All right. Okay.
Some of the guy that was Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
That was, you remember that group, the World Class Wrecking Crew?
Yeah.
That wore lipstick, stick lace, biker shorts, and, you know,
No,
ruffles, eyeliner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you go look back like to his old albums before where he did songs like The Cabbage Patch, The Fly, He's Bionic, Dr. Dre, and you look back at him in his doctor suit, you could tell where he originally came from. See, if you look back at me, you could, well, my beginning, I did the Boys in the Hood. So I was cruising down the street in my 6'4". So it's 93 now, and Dre is all of a sudden cruising down the street in his 6'4" now. So I figured he like a 93 wannabe. Because back then, he did all this Cabbage Patch stuff and dancing and wore the lipstick and the doctor outfits with the stethoscope and did all this techno music. He was never really from the streets. And I figured, like, what he talking about? He said he's got a song I call G Thing. I figured G stuff come from the concrete, and that's the streets, which he was never from the streets. Okay. Only reason my people affiliate him with the streets is through me. So it's like, where we from, Compton and Long Beach, they don't get along with each other. See, like, people in Compton really don't, you know, claim Dre as being from Compton, and they don't claim Snoop from being from Long Beach. So it's like, it's still a whole little gimmick he got. It's not real.
Well, at least you put the word Compton on the map, the city of Compton on the map.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, is there going to be a reunion of the fellas that you can get along with?
Of course. We're talking right now.
All right.
Working on that. Doing
That'll be sharp to do something like that. You have another video out at the same time as Sniper, don't you?
Yeah, only if you want it.
Okay. And was that a backup in case we didn't play Sniper?
No, that was the original, the first video, and that was like produced by Naughty by Nature, and that was the first single from that maxi single.